Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back and tell you a story. Fishing with Uncle Ab. My Uncle Alvin Hagee, as I said, we used to call him Uncle Ab as kids. My cousin Lori was his daughter. One particular time, my cousin Lori and I and my Uncle Ab went fishing. Fishing at Zoar Lake. There in Zoar, Ohio. And Zoar, Ohio was an average town. It's still around, Zoar. Not sure if Zoar Lake's still there or not, but anyway, nonetheless, we go fish with Uncle Ab. And Uncle Ab used to love to fish back in the day. But the funny thing about Uncle Ab is when, me and Lori, and like I said in Talking About Me video, I don't like fishing. I never have liked fishing. I think it's a boring sport, and I think it's just boring in general. And but I always tried to give it the benefit of the doubt when I was young, and tried to like it, but never could. But fishing with Uncle Ab was hilarious because, like I said, me and Lori, we would find ourselves catching like little bluegill or and that's basically all we caught. But Uncle Ab always seemed to, 9 times out of 10, Uncle Ab would always reel in a catfish. And it was funny because Uncle Ab, when he got the catfish, he got off the pole he got by the string, and he'd throw it down on the ground, and he'd take a pair of needle-nose pliers and just start beating on it like 2-3 times. Like, what are you doing, Uncle Ab? Oh, Roger Dodger, you got to be afraid of these things. These things will sting you. He goes, I don't want it stinging me. And that's Uncle Ab's signature laugh. And I've never heard of anybody that had a signature laugh that like that. That's my Uncle Ab. He had that signature laugh. Then unless Uncle Ab would beat that catfish 2 or 3 times, then he'd try to take the needle-nose pliers and pull back what the part of the little whiskers and whatnot of the catfish, and he would pull the hook out of it, and 9 times out of 10 he'd always he'd throw the fish back, because mostly he just always fished for fun. He never really actually brought fish home to actually cook. He always just fished for fun, just love of fishing he did. But like I said, every time he'd get that fish or he'd catch a catfish, he'd sit there and beat it 2 or 3 times with the needle-nose pliers, and then he'd take it off the hook to make sure he didn't get stung. There's a water moccasin there as well, and Uncle Ab we'd always take the water moccasin. Of course, Lori and I, we was kind of hesitant with the water moccasins, more or less, because they were coming at you, and we didn't know exactly if they bit or if they would bite or what they'd actually do. And Uncle Ab would take take rocks and throw at the water moccasin and try to get out of here. You get out of here, and it slithered its way out and get out of there and everything. But anyway, nonetheless, it was a funny time, and you had to be there to really get the gist of how fun it was fishing with Uncle Ab. Like I said, I hate fishing and everything, but Uncle Ab made it funny. Made it into a really experience that was funny. Like I said, beating that catfish 2 or 3 times. He had to be there. I love my Uncle Ab. My Uncle Ab was funny. And my Uncle Denny was funny as well. We hung out with Uncle Ab and Uncle Denny a lot when we were kids, because they lived in a house there with Pap and Grandma, and we grew up a lot there with them as well. Memory Lane video number 190, 190 in the first playlist archives. Go down memory lane with me and learn a little more about the Miss Pac-Man incident / my Uncle Denny. You'll hear a couple stories about my Uncle Denny and the story about the Miss Pac-Man incident. That's the Memory Lane video number 190 in the first playlist archives of Memory Lane. Very funny video, I think, in my book, when it comes to the things I mentioned in there. But like I said, fishing with Uncle Ab was just a funny experience, and like I said, it was something that made fishing a little bit better for me, although I don't like fishing, but it also made an experience that I'll never forget. Uncle Ab was funny, beating them catfish. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.